Piece of Sun.
Wow, what's going on, Brett?
Blake, we've seen these encounters before, and a lot of the military and the obvious media will say that this is a Trident missile. And it may well possibly be, but could this be another way of a false flag, a warning to people around the world that we are testing the most powerful weapons on the planet, and don't mess with the USA? Is this
What the fuck is he talking about?
propaganda program?
Well, that's a big question, and right away I want to bring up this video because this is relevant with the technology behind our military. Look at this. Is this some kind of anti-gravity at work in the early 1950s?
No. It's an X-13. And you know how I know it's an X-13? Can you guess how I know? It's because it says it on the friggin' plane. It's an X-13 Vertijet. And no, Ryan isn't the name of the pilot.
Well, there you have it, people. Evidence of anti-gravity at best?
No.
What are we looking at?
A
I want
jet
to get your
plane.
comments below of what we have just seen these past 3 videos, the evidence. What does the military know about alien contact? What's going on in California? What's up with these 1950 videos being leaked right now?
They've been out for
To me, it seems
quite
like
a
they
while.
are preparing us for disclosure. Brett, any last words?
1950s, wow. If this is true, authentic video,
Yes, it is.
then we're looking at technology that they've been suppressing for at least 60 years. And
No,
we're just
it's a
tapping the
freaking
surface
jet
of
plane.
what we're seeing in the skies. This could be something relevant to us as UFO hunters right here, and
No, it's
everybody
not.
else out there too as well.
Well, what I really like about the video is that you see a man in the cockpit.
Yeah,
and
he's the pilot.
The guy seems like he might be a test pilot.
Yes, he
definitely
is.
A stunt pilot, if you ask me.
No, he's a test
defying some
pilot,
kind of,
realistically.
heavy flight maneuver that I've never seen. That's why we're sharing it with you right now here at Third Phase Moon. Brent, this has been quite incredible. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. Stay tuned for more updates right here at Third Phase Moon. Things are getting exciting. Blake Cousins. We'll see you again next time.
And that was such a secret piece of video. Okay. Check this out then.
For the past 10 years, the Ryan Aeronautical Company has been engaged in the research and development of vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. This effort reached the flight test stage in 1955 upon completion of the X-13 airplanes built as VTOL research airplanes for the U.S. Air Force. The flight test program for these airplanes was divided into 4 phases, each aimed at developing and proving out a specific portion of the complete VTOL mission. The first phase centered around the X-13 as a conventional aircraft. With tricycle landing gear installed, the airplane was rigorously tested in horizontal flight, proving the practicability of the basic design in this flight regime. The next stage was the investigation of vertical flight and low-altitude hovering. To accomplish this in an expeditious manner, the airplane was supported vertically in a tubular framework equipped with 4 castered wheels. The pilot's seat was installed to rotate forward 45 degrees, providing improved comfort and visibility in this attitude. After only a few flights, the pilot was able to demonstrate excellent control and maneuverability. This series of coordinated maneuvers amply demonstrates these capabilities. A number of hovering flights were conducted to develop the technique of approaching a cable and making simulated hook-ons. Even on the first attempt, the pilot had no difficulty in performing this maneuver. The next phase involved flights to investigate transitions from horizontal to vertical attitude and return. The first complete transition was accomplished on November 28, 1956. During the latter part of this phase, several flights were made to develop the techniques to be used in letdown and approach to the ground service trailer. Shown here is a complete operation of this type. The airplane makes a conventional takeoff from the runway at Edwards Air Force Base, climbs to the altitude at which transition will be initiated, and accomplishes the transition from horizontal to vertical flight. The pilot flies the airplane to the area of the ground service trailer in a descending turn and maneuvers in close proximity to the trailer, simulating the actual landing maneuver which will be accomplished in the final phase of the program. The 12 to 15 knot wind has no adverse effect on the operation. The high degree of stability and precise control shown has been characteristic throughout all phases of VTOL operation. After completing the simulated landing maneuver, the airplane backs away from the trailer, turns, makes a smooth, low-altitude transition back to horizontal flight, and lands in the conventional manner. In the final configuration, the airplane is shown on the ground service trailer prior to demonstrating the first complete VTOL mission on April 11, 1957. The engine is started and the trailer raised to the vertical. After brief checks of the control system in tethered flight with the hook still locked, the pilot unlatches the hook, applies power, and takes off. The airplane backs away, turns and makes a smooth transition to horizontal flight at low altitude. flies by at high speed a few seconds later, and returns to initiate the transition to vertical flight. The ease with which the transition to and from horizontal is accomplished graphically demonstrates the efficient performance of the control systems. Once vertical, the airplane makes a gentle descending turn in the landing pattern previously established and approaches the ground service trailer. Although a landing signal officer is used on this first hook-on flight, subsequent landings have been made without any help from a signal officer. Adequate visibility is available to permit the pilot to judge his position with respect to the cable by using a pole mounted on the trailer as a reference. The airplane contacts the cable, sweep arm is actuated automatically, and the airplane is hooked on. The airplane is lowered to the horizontal, and the mission is completed.
Public demonstration at the Pentagon in July 1957, the X-13 amazed civilians and experienced military observers alike with a full-cycle transitional flight.
So they show off their anti-gravity drive in front of thousands of people, in front of the Pentagon, in daylight. Yeah, whatever.
Fourth Piece of Sun.